Alright, so I wanted to talk about the top 10 CC abilities list, and I want to kind of show you or explain to you how my decision went about the skill. So on first skill we have the Rhino Stomp, and the reason for that is it's not really good. It can work. If you have nothing else to use, this can work. If you're like a starter and you have the mods, that's the only reason you would choose this, because it's not really worth. But it works. It can help you on completing that interception, because that was the pretty much the mission or the test I ran. It was Odin on Mercury, and I think it's Mercury, yeah. And the goal for the test was to be able to complete the mission. And Rhino can use the Stomp to slow people and still use the skin, but it's gonna be crap because you don't have that much power strength. So yeah, CC works, but there's better, of course. All right, Tornado kind of works. If enemies are too far away, it will not work, but it has a good amount of duration. It's better than Rhino Stomp, and it actually works really well when enemies are grouped up. Unfortunately, it's very limited. You can't really control where the tornadoes will spawn. They will kind of search for enemies, I think, and you can increase their size with the airburst, but they're not the best thing. That's why they're ranking on the spot. Well, Zephyr is not a very good Warframe after all. Divine Spears. Well, the skill has quite a good range actually, and it just keeps people completely completely CC'd, I'll say. But what is the problem? If a new enemy spawns, you're gonna have to recast it, and that's gonna be every time, because yeah, sometimes the amount of enemies will increase. It's probably not like capped at the first level, but it will start showing up more enemies. And every time, I'm gonna have to recast it. It works, but it's not as good. Soundquake is actually quite okay. It has a good range, and it will stop enemies. But yeah, I think we were able to cover like the entire mission. But the thing is, you're useless for the duration, and it is a drain or a channel ability. So if a Eximus or a parasitic Eximus or energy drain Eximus, something like that shows up, you're screwed. Um, Banshee is very squishy. She will die very easy. You also have pretty much no way of dealing with the acolytes. You just have to damage them, like blow them up instantly, or as soon as possible. And yeah, that's the problem. And once your power is over, you have to fill up your power again, and yeah, that's not gonna be that much easy. Of course, you can use the helmet system to put another ability, but yeah. So I pretty much got together Bastille and Vortex for the analysis, let's say. But I went with Vortex because it is a smaller map, it is a closed tile set, so we're not gonna have to worry that much about enemies that are very far away. So like after enemies are grouped up, around 2 grenades are gonna be, or 2 vortexes are gonna be enough to keep like everyone CC'd and on place. So it's gonna be easy. It is a great ability, but it is power hungry. Strangledome, well, if you can actually make a good build for this, going full CC, you can just chill. There's like no problem. You cast 2 Strangledomes, pretty much the whole map will be covered. Enemies are gonna get grabbed, they're just gonna be CC'd there, and you won't have to worry. You'll have to cast 2 Strangledomes every 50 seconds or something like that. Yeah, just chill. It's actually probably the best skill for this scenario, this specific scenario. Close tile set, small, points are kind of close, just really good. Resonator, now we got into the helmet territory, and Resonator is actually really good. It's gonna keep enemies in place, but why is it ranked on 4? Because of the range. Resonator range is actually kind of meh, kind of okay, and you'll actually depend on the Resonator going where you want, or you'll have to spend a mod slot to actually choose the place that your Resonator is going to be, and yeah, it's not really good, and you can only cast one. Rest and Rage, you can cast this ability from very far away. Enemies are gonna sleep for a good amount of time, and yeah, it's great. The only downside to this ability is the radius of the cast. You'll cast, but the radius is not very great, not very good, so you'll have to cast, probably have to cast multiple times. It's ranked this high because we can actually, this skill is probably one of the best for big tile set. I'll make a list about that, but this skill is definitely gonna be on the top 5 for big size or big open areas of interception missions. And yeah, another great thing is that it opens enemies for finishers. So if you're using Equinox or a squishy frame, because it is a helmet ability, you can use Arcane Trickery, I think it's Trickery, to finish your enemies and go like 30 seconds invisible. So it's really good. Shooting Gallery. Why would Shooting Gallery be so high on the list? That's because of the synergies. By itself, it can already stop or pretty much prevent enemy from capturing the towers. You're gonna be hearing the alarm a lot, like saying they're trying to capture, but they won't be able to if you stay around. But the thing is, the synergies, oh my god, it's just so good with synergies. Lull is an ability from Baruch. It can't really stop the enemies effectively, but if you combine with Shooting Gallery, it's gonna be great. It's gonna work perfectly. And there are a number of skills that are gonna be synergizing. Also Chaos, and yeah, just have to do a little bit of research and you're gonna find that it is a great skill. It's just really, really good. Of course, we're using for the CC and not for the damage bonus, because with negative power strength, it's probably going to be capped on a minimum of 15% or something like that. I don't really know. And Ensnare, why would this be the number 1? That is pretty much because not only will be able to CC enemies from very far away, just like Rest and Rage, but it will also pull more enemies as they come by. Of course, it probably has like a few seconds that will start pulling enemies, or pretty much it will stop after some time. But the thing is, you will CC acolytes. Yep, they will show up, cast your Ensnare. He's gonna be like, I can't do shit. Just kill him easy, very, very easy. Yeah, that's why Ensnare is number 1. Helmet ability, can't stop enemies, prevent them from capturing, will CC, will make them stop attacking you. It's just one of the best abilities. Yeah, the most OP stuff about this is that both Strangledome and Ensnare are core skills. So yeah, if you would like say who could be the best CC frame for small tile set missions, it would probably be Cora. Yeah, she has a lot of CC. Keep Strangledome up. When the Acolyte shows up, just use Ensnare and you'll be good. But if you want to go with another frame, use another combination, of course, Ensnare can be there for you. Group enemies up and do your thing. You might also be wondering, like, there's a lot of skills. Why there's not more skills in this list? Like, there's Frost, there is Hydroid, that could be interesting skills to use, but they're just not. Let's say like Limbo's Cataclysm, limited range, not gonna get everyone. Hydroid's Undertow, it's garbage. Frost is not gonna be really good. Avalanche does cost a lot and it's not gonna be keeping enemies frozen for a good amount of time. It's gonna be actually not really good. So Strangledome is gonna break every time, and it's only gonna be really good with infested. But yeah, that's actually very specific. And yeah, like Chaos is not gonna prevent enemies from accessing the tower panels, so they can actually capture the tower. Let's see what else. Molecular Prime, same thing. Enemies are still going to be able to access the panels. And yeah, those skills could be really good with, let's say, combined skills. Using like Snow Globe and another skill from the helmet system. Yeah, it could make it work. Same thing goes for Chaos and Molecular Prime. Combining skills can be really good, but I was ranking the skills one by one and for themselves, not combined. Okay, so that's why a lot of skills didn't make into the list, and that's probably why skills that you would hope that would show up on the list were not. So that's the list explained. I hope you enjoyed the video, so don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.